home, forward your home, to empower your woman, to empower your children, to teach your children or teach your wife, something like that?
One of the things,
one particular
just one, listen. There are very many things we do as men.
No, I mean one particular thing you've done from the last time we're here.
From the last time we're here? One only.
Wow.
Just one. That exhibited love, that exhibited resilience, commitment,
yes.
and
there's something.
By practice.
There's something that my wife was doing, and it was a major presentation. Okay, and she wanted to have it all put together, and she needed to speak to somebody about it. So I sat properly, and she presented it to me. As in, we set up everything, and she sat there.
And you were the audience.
And I was the audience. I was the panel.
And the critique.
Proper, as in we ripped apart every slide until at some point she said
that's wife
that
empowering.
I'm not sure whether this feels personal.
Okay.
And I was like, this is what you wanted, and I was so excited that I could actually sit in such a role. So that she actually got to a point where she no longer saw me as just Keith. But
you banked more on what she has not done.
Yes, what she's not done, and we strengthened. I mean, for her level, she needed, I think, an external eye. Of course, she's way more intelligent.
She's a doctor?
Than I am. No, she's a
psychologist. Yeah.
I mean, a doctor level or
yeah, she's now doing her doctorate.
Wow.
Yeah, she's doing her doctorate.
That's wife empowering. Thank you. Livingstone.
Yes.
Just one.
Just one. Wow. Thank you for, taking us by surprise. But yeah, I remember this week one thing that I do. It was Women's Day, by the way. Yes, Women's Day.
Women's Day
On Friday. Yes. So I made sure I celebrate. If you checked out my status, I was,
celebrating your wife.
Celebrating my wife. Because she has been a serious pillar in my life. And trust me, about 90%, I should say it has been God and her. Yes. Actually, God 100%, her as well in support. Okay. Yeah, so I really appreciated her so much.
Fantastic.
And she was very, very blessed. I remember passing by Hot Loaf and I picked a chocolate cake.
That is what I was waiting
It's
for.
what I picked.
The others was mere rhetoric. Now the action is here.
Yes, I picked a chocolate cake. Yes, and then I did what? I took it for her. I told her that is your cake. Yes, Happy Women's Day.
Many more
So you
day.
can imagine. And you can imagine, she had a piece. She had a piece, and she told me, I also sliced you a piece to take the following day for breakfast. So.
No wonder you didn't take breakfast with us at the hospital.
Great, that is good. That is good.
Wonderful.
Me? It was actually today, I think. Yes, I keep doing quite a number of them. And I'll go for the most recent. I think it was today in the morning. I washed the clothes, quite many.
Brilliant.
From the kids, not the babies. I don't touch the babies. Then hers, then ours, then mine. It was a whole bucket.
But
yes,
you
I think,
banged it.
Yes, I think I left home at about 11 after.
You did
Washing.
that.
Yes.
We shall not ask Keith about that one.
A whole chief.
A whole
We have a big stone. That's how we wash. We bang it very fast. We don't waste. That's our washing machine.
Yes. Thank you so much, gentlemen. I think I brought this up to tell our fellow men out there that regardless of what you're going through as family, we're not saying that our families are perfect. We keep going through quite a number of things because going through these challenges shapes us into the best men that we should be, into the best husbands and the best fathers to our children. So regardless of what you're going through that you could think is hard, there's actually one thing that you could be doing to impress your wife. There's something you should be doing to uplift your children, to uplift your home. Your home to feel the power of a man, not by coercion, the tata uyo, but by also by emotional support, by love and happiness.
That's true.
Yes, as a man. As a man, there's one thing that you should do that the family will feel proud about, not just as a man, but as a brother in the house, as a friend in the house. Thank you. So our topic today, we are doing why do men feel unappreciated? Or yes, why do men feel unappreciated? The first, I'll go to Keith first. Do really men feel unappreciated? Or are they really unappreciated? The feeling could be there, but are they really unappreciated?
Yes. You see, our society kind of has assumed that men, our roles are compulsory there, they are mandatory. So why would you appreciate what a man has done? It's a mandatory role, it's compulsory, you must do it. I mean, you're a man, oli musajja. Hey, katina kako nako nkwebaze. Those are the famous statement. Nti okozaako antu tukwebaze, oli musajja, muli mugongo omusajja. What they forget is we're also human beings. We're tripartite beings. We have a spirit, we have a soul, we have emotions, we have things in us. How come our fellow men can express appreciation and gratitude and we are happy? How come? I mean, those emotions have never gone. From the time we were little children, we wanted to excite our mom, our dad, and when they would say thank you, that stuff is still there. We still yearn to be appreciated. But as you grow older, you notice that community, society looks at it as a mandatory role. As a man, you are supposed to do that. Why should I thank you? It's like how sometimes some people don't thank maids and casual laborers and workers around the home. It's your job. Why should I thank you for putting air in my tire? I've come to a petrol station. It's your job. Why should I thank you for... Administrators here. Why should I thank you? That is it. Why should I thank you? So it is so easy to while women, on the other hand, are thanked. It's not mandatory or compulsory that a woman should go through, should do something. And I mean, she has a choice. She can say no, or or I went to say. And it's okay.
So men appreciate women.
Men will appreciate women. Society will appreciate women for the little she does.
Webale kuzaala.
Webale kuzaala.
Webale kumfuula taata.
Webale kufumba. Webale kukula. But men, it's mandatory. It's your job. And we've gotten so sucked up into that, you get used to it. But as you grow older, you get tired. Your emotional bank becomes so empty. Because people no longer appreciate you. Even when you've done very big things, your graduation days, who do they appreciate the most? You see? Mommy. Why do you think old men cry when they are mentioned at functions? All his 30 years of looking after those children, nobody has ever said without you on top. But the moment they mention it at a party, graduation, wedding, and say, Daddy, without you, and you remember little things, you see an old grown man crying tears. And it's like, I cannot believe you remembered I did that.
There's no point in time where your child will say thank you for the school fees.
Right.
Never.
Isn't it?
Never.
Something like that.
But imagine if I said, by the way, this time it's mommy who paid. Guess what? They'll all run there and say, oh my gosh, Daddy said you paid, thank you.
Thank you, mommy.
You even when you sacrifice yourself, you sacrifice your life, your goals, your dreams, your everything to make sure the home runs. Nobody will say, thank you so much. Because it's your job. You're the man. You're the man. When you're sick and you spend the whole day at home, the first thing is ate chichi. How tunaberawo tutya? You suppose go and work.
So men actually not appreciated.
They are not appreciated.
Livingstone.
Yeah.
Aren't we just becoming feeble and weak men in this century that we think we should be appreciated? I mean, there's something I've always been uncomfortable with my maid that she always says when she's thanking, after eating food, she would say, Nalongo webale kufumba. And then turns to me, Salongo webale kugabula. I feel a bit uncomfortable. So, Livingstone, should men be appreciated?
Yeah, you see, being appreciated is something that all of us need, whether you're a man or a woman or a child. Everyone.
So men don't become weak when they're appreciated.
It is actually the oil that it is a good motivator. It is the oil that runs the engine. if you want someone to do much more, if you want to your car to have good performance, what you're going to do is to add very good oil. Old oil will retard progress, not so.
Yeah.
So the more you appreciate someone, the more they're going to do much more. You see that? You like recognizing their effort, recognizing what they have done. So
what
men
drives a
should
man
be
more is recognizing the effort.
recognizing them,
They've
yes.
invested.
But you see, whether you're a man or not, it should be a behavior thing that is part of us, yes, for us to appreciate other people. You see that? Like I should appreciate you for coming for the show today. You jumped on a border, you drove through the traffic. You see that? Yes, when you get home and someone does not even welcome you back, and then they don't even recognize. I usually ask my wife when I do something, but how was it? You get the point? Because I drive or I get actually more energy from her when she tells me that, you know, by the way, that was good. You did well. You see that? And she's a part, not that she wouldn't appreciate me, but you see, when she actually says it, I have that contentment on my inside. I get so
You see,
encouraged, yes.
I think at some time I grappled the same fact that I think to men, much as to women, they're more observant when they're given gifts, when someone shares a gift with them, like you did to your wife. When it comes to men, I would feel more appreciated. I would feel more rewarded if I'm appreciated. Is it something like that? That if you sat me down and just appreciated the efforts I've invested over time, you appreciate me for doing this and that, for running up and down and fending for the family and doing this and that, I think it's more rewarding than even just giving me a gift, giving me a pair of shoes. Is it, Dr. Keith?
Yeah.
So then, to Dr. Keith.
Though both are important.
They're both important. That would do that.
That would do that.
Okay. So, Keith,
Yeah.
after the break, we're going to discuss, you're going to take us through, maybe there's a man out there that is not appreciated, but they don't know. They don't appreciate it.
Yeah.
And they don't mind it. It's not part of their concern, because their women have built them in such a way that you're not supposed to be appreciated. And yet, if they were appreciated, it's a benefit for both the man and the woman, because
That's
for the
true.
woman, you're fueling a car.
And the day he's appreciated by somebody else, he'll run away from his wife.
Yeah.
He'll feel what it's been like, what he's been missing all his life.
Yeah.
The moment a man who's never been appreciated and does not even think it's really important to appreciate him is appreciated by somebody else, that's the day that guy will be. He'll
Do
feel,
you know what you're
he'll run away.
reminding me?
Trajectory engage
Yeah.
choose.
No, but that is it.
Like you've never taken sugar
is
and you
it.
taste sugar.
Do you know what?
Bro.
You
Anyway,
know, let me just say this.
yeah.
That is what we call our need. The moment my need is not met and another person meets it, I'm going to connect with that person.
Thank you. Right after the break, Keith is going to take us through maybe some of the signs, but also most importantly, both men are going to tell us, or maybe even me, are going to tell us how you want to be appreciated in the modern times. Thank you. After the break.
Right.
Bethany TV for Health. The Higher Life, the era of the Word Revolution, with Apostle Dr. David Kunawa and Pastor Rita Bella Kunawa of Rivers of Life Assembly International, Boston, Massachusetts, USA. Streaming every Tuesday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. East African Standard Time, with the incorruptible, incomparable, and revolutionizing, life-transforming Word of God. Only on Bethany TV for Health.
Child health and well-being, the foundation for a bright and promising future. Join us for exciting episodes aimed at optimizing our children's physical, mental, and emotional health with our team of experts, including pediatricians, nutritionists, and child psychologists, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. on Bethany TV.
Bethany TV for health. Are you ready for this good news? You can now watch Bethany TV on Yo TV, AfroMobile, and Airtel TV apps. Yes! Catch the finest programming prescription for everybody, wherever you are, whenever you are. Bethany TV for health. Exciting news for all viewers of Bethany TV. Bethany TV, the premier health TV channel in Uganda and Africa, and also your favorite TV station, is now on Star Times. You can now watch Bethany TV day and night, weekdays and weekends on Star Times, channel 271. Catch your favorite programs on health, wellness, entertainment, and so much more. Bethany TV is also available on free-to-air, GoTV, YoTV, Airtel TV, and AfroMobile apps. Not forgetting online via our website www.bethanytv.u. Saturday, 8 p.m. live on Bethany TV with your host, Dorothy Ainembabazi.
Health Minute on Bethany TV.
The eye is part of the 5 sensory organs. Basically, its use is to see.
You can take good care of your eyes by doing some of the following. Keep your eyes clean to prevent eye infections.
When you wake up in the morning, clean your eyes. In the day, if your eye gets dirty, do not use your hands. Get a disposable tissue, clean the eye and throw it away. That's very important to keep your eyes free of germs, because germs cause severe infections.
Eat a balanced diet and include vegetables like carrots.
The best foods for the eye are basically the yellow foods. Those are the carrots, the pumpkins, because you're looking for the vitamins that are really useful for the eye. So if you're eating a balanced diet, it is good for the body and the eyes.
Have outdoor activities and exercise regularly.
When the eye sees far, it's being exercised. When it's looking near, the eye is being worked. So when you look far, you're exercising the eye. And you can do this when you're playing outside. In the process, it also aids to reduce the short-sightedness in those young kids.
Better healthcare for a better tomorrow. That was the Health Minute.
Bethany TV for health.
Thank you. You're most welcome, dear viewers. My name is Sarongo Chula Philemon. Welcome back from that short break. We are back. Sarong, how are you, my son?
I know.
But
Kati now we are.
Muchiga who doesn't count the children.
For us we count Vizukuru. Bazukuru. That's
we need a football team.
That's when you start counting.
Football team jirakala awensi. My football team plus its substitutes.
Substitutes as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much, our viewers. You're most welcome. Keith, Dr. Keith Livingstone and Chula right here every Monday. We're here to warm up your week. It's a Monday to warm up your week, give you quite great insights into issues of marriage, child upbringing, management of a home, and quite a number of other things. Always stay tuned. Call your doctor, call your nurse, call your sister, call your mother, call your wife, everyone to tune in. This is good for your health. It's recommended. It should be under the Constitution of Uganda watching this show. It should be. So, Livingstone.
Yes, sir.
To start with, I was supposed to have started this, I was supposed to have asked you this even before. What are some of those practical things that you've done to showcase self-care in the last 7 days?
Self-care.
Because we are here rambling with, we need to be appreciated. We need to be appreciated. Do you appreciate yourself first? What is that one thing that you've done to appreciate yourself, to show self-care?
Number one of the things that I've done personally is to make sure that I pray for myself. Yeah,
Spiritual.
that I do every day. Yes, even today. Why? Because there's quite a lot around us that comes up, you know, unexpectedly. Yes, and the best way I can really go about it is to pray for myself, for a divine intervention of a supreme God, because some things are beyond me. Yes, and there is a way He has shielded me against all odds. Yes.
And,
So that is one thing.
and that is outstanding.
That is very outstanding for me.
Dr. Keith, that one thing.
I got sleep, enough sleep. Our lives, you know, you get so caught up with work. And I mean, a doctor's phone, unfortunately, is a public phone.
Surely, anytime.
Anytime, they are calling you. You have, you know, all the time. You never have time to yourself. In fact, one time a patient called me and I told them, I can't talk because I'm at a function and it's loud. I said, what do you mean you're at a function? My child is unwell.
Whoa.
So
Expected to be at a function.
you're not expected to have a life, you know. You're not expected. But this time, towards I think it was Women's Day, the night before, I went early to bed, switched off phones, and just slept. I really put in that sleep, and I woke up very happy. I really was happy because my whole sleep architecture had been so disorganized over the last couple of months, and I think that those couple of hours I put in, some sleep hygiene was implemented.
With me, I don't remember what
I've
I...
been very happy this week.
Yeah, I mean, you see how today was. We bumped into each other, that kafuyo at the OPD, at the hospital.
OPD,
But
yeah.
I was cheaper. I was up and about. But yeah,
I
you know,
noticed.
yeah. But I was up, I was happy.
Viewers, these guys work at the same place, eh? And one is boss to the other.
Our boss. How can you go on top of Livingstone? Are you joking?
The smallest man on the show is the boss. The smallest man.
After here, I have to sign
I
evaluation.
need to go and eat a little more.
But Livingstone, this guy was big until COVID. Until COVID uncovered, I think. Yes. I worked with COVID. Sorry, I worked with Livingstone.
But I now know how you call him quietly in your homes. I worked with COVID. That's how they call it. Babela ni Narongo. Walabia COVID. From the abundance of the...
Thank you, our viewers. Now, every week we shall be asking, this is for the benefit of a man out there.
To show that the practical things.
Yeah,
actually, we are not just
the things that we talk about are actually practical. We want you to learn them. We want you to make them your daily bread, something you practice every other time. Learn how to appreciate yourself, give yourself some self-care. Then, most important, you're a man, you're the priest of the house. Do something that is profoundly outstanding to your family, to your children, to your wife, to your marriage. That is outstanding. That you also feel and you're like, yeah, I've done something. Livingstone, before the break, you said being appreciated is part of Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Yeah, by the Abraham Maslow, that hierarchy. Psychological, yes. It is part of it. It makes you feel different. Yes.
Women, have you heard that?
Very different. You see, we had visitors on Saturday, and I remember telling my wife that thank you so much for taking care of the visitors. Yes, she was all over the place, you're cooking, you're doing what? That is a lot of work. She went to bed very beaten, very fatigued.
Wow.
Yeah.
When are you hosting us?
I like that. Was it?
You're giving us great experience.
Yes,
Dr.
so
Keith,
you need to appreciate people.
It's been quite insightful with what you shared before the break. But now I want to understand, to help a man out there that doesn't know whether they're being underappreciated or not appreciated at all. What could be some of those signs that a man should watch out for to show that they're not appreciated or underappreciated for that matter?
You know, first of all, lack of acknowledgement of accomplishments. We love doing things. It can be as small, by the way, as fixing a bulb. It can be as small as fixing the bed. It's always making noise. Now, once she comes on the bed, don't make noise. It can be as tiny, small thing as, just doing the service for her car, or even for those who have more car, something small. And you're not acknowledged. And how is that? There is no expression of acknowledgement of, oh, wow, you did this. That's amazing. I am so happy I have you in my life. So those things start going away. In the beginning of the marriage, everything you did literally was acknowledged, and the acknowledgement was expressed.
You brought it out well. Things as small as fixing a bulb or putting up a lamp holder.
A lamp holder.
And you're told, Negwa singer, you are the best.
That alone.
There's why it uplifts the spirit, the lower spirit in me.
It's very different from... I was wondering when that thing would be fixed. You see the different tone. Where she comes and says, I was wondering whether from... But this place is now bright. Thank you.
You're the best. Here for a week.
Exactly. That one. You've remembered.
And no one was saying anything. But it has now been worked
Women,
on.
watch out.
Yes.
Those statements, there are turn-offs by the way.
Number 2, disregarding our feelings. Men, we're not very good with communicating our emotions.
You started with the physical, now in the emotional.
When I'm emotional, disregarding your feeling.
Right.
Sometimes you can want to open up about a troubling thing. I've come from work. You remember the other boss I told, this is what has happened. I was embarrassed in a meeting today. Why don't you leave that job? If you're not happy, you leave. That is
no encouragement.
You've rubbished me. You've not encouraged me. You've disregarded my feelings. You've not encouraged. You've criticized. You've disregarded that, you rubbish me in front of people. Okay? You might be somewhere at a site or something and you want to say something and your wife will be like,
and yet it is you to offload my baggage.
Exactly. Yeah. So you disregard my the way I felt. I liked what you said. When they fail to read you, to read the room, to read you,
that's true.
And they disregard all your feelings. Okay, absence of affection, and even that sneaks into absence of affection.
All right.
Sometimes they even allege you're very tired. You want to share something of what has happened at workplace, maybe a disappointment. Like, you're dodging to eat food. Go and eat food.
Go and eat food. Or you know that we have certain issues we needed to discuss since morning. Now you're trying to tell me you're not in the mood. Yes, and even just you as a man, your own feelings. You might just come and you just want to be quiet and alone for a second.
Isn't that making a man a baby?
When you see, how come when your own sister, your brother, your mother, your friends disregard your feelings, why do you get pissed?
Exactly.
Why do you blow up? Why can't you do it for your wife? But why do you blow up? When others disregard your feelings, okay? But when they start disregarding our feelings in our home, you don't actually notice it until it's too late.
Right.
Until somebody else actually appreciates what you're going through. Through a simple text message. A friend chats up and says, "Hey, Chula Keith, how are you guys?
Happening?
Man, I'm so depressed. I'm disappointed."
Like this, there's a time some guy lost a dad. So I think after Barry and everything, and during jazz, one of the friend is like, "So now we can confirm your dad is part of the wind blowing upon us."
You see, that's very callous. You've lost. Then finally, also taking you for granted. As a man, we have our limits. We reach a point where you say, but Nangenga, I'm being taken for granted. And our wives, some of our wives are very oblivious to this. They assume that is your job. Are you expected to do that? You're expected to always fulfill our needs as your family.
Meanwhile, you keep thanking the wife.
Yes. You're expected to meet all our expectations.
Right.
You are the daddy. You're the priest of the home. Come on. Get up, fulfill. That is you. Yet, if you do not appreciate that lady, in the morning is the first thing. You will find a mouth like this in the morning and you wonder because you didn't appreciate her.
Right.
But then they start taking you for granted. As in it's automatic. Because, come on, we do these things every day. Do you know that men are very selfless? Do you know that if you died today, the next day the life will move on? That woman will move on, the children will move on, they'll get your gratuity, your NSSF property will be sold to help them survive and navigate through. They'll go back home, they'll have soft comforts.
And you're in heaven.
You're in heaven. A beautiful place, by the way. But you're part of but men, we are so selfless. We are empty. You always ask yourself, how do you fill that back by morning?
Right.
We would love our wives to ask, but here. The whole day you're working to see that we are safe, we are shielded, we have everything. And in the morning again, you wake up empty. Nobody has even put back into you. But when you have a wife who expresses gratitude and appreciation and saying, thank you so much, Kulikayo, thank you for working. I
Well
appreciate
done.
the
How
work."
was
How was the day today?
That alone fuels that tank. In the morning you wake up charged. You do not want to be charged at work. When you reach work and they can ask you like, I'm so how are you? What's here? But yesterday you saved that child. Thank you so much. Without you, the
And this
theater.
is a stranger.
It's a
they,
stranger.
Yeah, and
This
they
is a
keep on
stranger.
But
replenishing
guess what?
the energy.
They replenish.
And this stranger
they
pays you, by
replenish
the
you.
way.
Exactly. Guess
They
what?
pay
You
you.
start looking
Yeah.
forward to meeting up with that person at
Exactly.
work. Have you heard the phrase work wife, work husband? That's where, you start getting a work wife. Might not have any sexual connotations in the beginning. But that person is feeling that part that Muchala Tom is not.
Can I tell you something? It will eventually upgrade.
Yeah, of course it has to.
Yeah.
That's why I said at the
In
beginning.
you have to upgrade
Yes.
to premium.
Yeah,
The package.
Okay, it starts
It
at
will
that
up-
low.
Again, it goes back to his needs, her
Her
needs.
needs,
Once not met, another person, because it is emotional, you see that, because your spouse has not done their role, they have not played their part. So once this work wife, okay,
The work wife.
the work wife, because trust me, you're going to, you'll have the emptiness on your inside. And
Because you
you'll-
keep releasing, you keep
Exactly.
taking out,
And this
no one
person-
fills up in you.
Exactly. So trust me, I think what Keith is saying is very right. Yes, you're going to end up getting into other things that you didn't even plan for.
Very true.
So as a man, you need, as much as you keep throwing out, giving out, you need the same to come back inside you,
You
to
need
be
to-
refilled, to
you
be
need to
refueled for the
replenish,
next
yes.
day.
And
Replenishing.
And only our wives can replenish that energy. You see,
Exactly.
he spoke about mother, brothers, the other family. But you see, my wife is so closer than no other.
Things like Kulikayo, how
you
was
see
your
that?
day?
Very close than
That's
no
why
other.
our
Thank
culture,
you.
our traditional
And you see-
system acknowledged that.
Yes.
When a man would come home, it was welcome back. How was your day? Have a seat, Kurubara. That's why those old homes had huge verandas.
Exactly.
You don't enter the house and disappear. Mutura Kurubaraza. Then the mother will day.
And where the
the tata. All the children.
Money
come.
Rudawa, they all come.
That
The
deposit.
soothing,
Out.
the soothing boiling water for you. And,
coffee.
Daddy,
Something that is not happening today.
leave the house, go out.
When you come to
and
them,
somehow,
and
what
they
you
see
call
the person.
the work wives, they start doing that.
Exactly.
Every morning as you enter office, they're asking questions that you would have been asked from
She will
home.
even notice you've changed your perfume. She'll be like, you've changed your. At home, back with me no kuvuma. You're wasting money. Okwana perfume no jijewa. Blah blah blah. She'll notice you've shaved. She'll notice you've changed the tie.
You notice your eyes are red.
Your eyes are red.
What-
you didn't
what
sleep.
happened?
What happened? By the time you walk in, she has started learning how to make your cup of coffee the way you like it.
I remember I had a supervisor way back, in my career. And I was like, by the way, how was your night? She was a lady and she told me, I might tell you. Can I tell you? So she eventually did, but she was like in a way of intimidation. Can I tell you? I might tell you.
Exactly.
Meaning it was nasty. You get, yes. So when you get to appreciate your spouse, let me tell you, on top of that, they'll have a cool sleep. And
But-
then wake up
but-
in the day
but in
and
this case-
kulumba.
In this case,
Yeah.
not just the spouse, but the husband.
The husband.
Because of what he does, because of what is expected of, because of the stereotype that some of them are supposed to be appreciated. That's what they're
Right.
supposed to do anyway, and things of that sort, isn't
Right,
it?
exactly.
Okay, thank you. Livingston.
Yes.
So now after getting what the signs, you've told us the signs, some of the words they use,
But you see the other
very
side,
demoralizing,
the other
emotional,
sign, Sheila,
physical.
the other sign that I don't want us to skip is recognize your man. You see that?
Recognition is
Recognition is part of appreciating your spouse. And the best way you can do it, you know, you're walking with your husband and you say, meet Mr. Mugarula. Who is Mr. Mugarula to you? You see that? Mr. Mugarula, my husband. Do you know what that means?
Those little things are very important.
When my wife does that, mpuliranga nzaliwo.
Reminds me of the speaker when she kept saying, my husband.
My
To the
husband.
investors,
Exactly.
My
My
husband.
husband. Those good examples we should say here. So men pick a leaf. Actually, the whole forest. Very important. Recognize.
So women
You see
should do that. Okay,
Very
Livingston,
but also celebrate them. Much as we are men, there are some things that should be done. Celebrate your man. Celebrate their achievements. Celebrate
because
what
we
they have
are,
done.
that's what we are going to discuss after
Yeah,
this.
the
Actually,
house
you
is
see,
How
You
does
see,
a woman
yes,
now...
that is appreciating.
You have identified your man is funny. What do you do?
Take
But
them
first-
out.
but first-
But you
Or
see,
even
if
you-
you want a man to
you're going to
celebrate
start
your
with that.
birthday,
Livingston, after he has said all that,
Yes.
how then do you want your wife to appreciate you? What should be some of the mechanisms that they should institute in a home to exhibit that you're being appreciated?
Right.
Because very possible that she doesn't know she is not appreciating you. She could think it's a normal routine.
A normal
what she's
routine.
doing.
I mean, she grew
That's
up in a
very
home
true.
like that. She
Yes,
saw her
exactly.
dad being treated
Yes.
that way.
So
She
sometimes
copy and pasted.
we shouldn't be quick to judge as well.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely.
Yes, we shouldn't be quick to judge.
Yeah.
So Livingston, how do you want that? Why? We don't know what runs in their heads. We don't know what they think. But now we want to tell them our own pursuit of things. How do you want that woman
Now,
to
thank
appreciate
you. Well, I have my part of how I would like to be appreciated. But
Cognizant of what he said.
Exactly. But also, being appreciated and the way we ought to be appreciated varies from one person to another. The way Keith would love to be appreciated in his home.
You can tell us the
is-
generic ones.
Exactly.
The generic ones.
Yeah, number one, I celebrate. I feel good when I'm celebrated. That is very, very
Many
important.
men do.
Yes,
Love it.
all of us, we love it.
Where the saying comes from, men love chocolate.
Exactly. As
Men
in-
also love chocolate.
Yes, we
also
do.
love chocolate.
Also is a qualifier.
Can I tell you something? We are babies. Men are babies, and every baby would like to be appreciated,
The other time you said on the
celebrated.
previous show, you said
Yes.
babies that even suck.
Yeah,
They-
that's
they even suck the
new.
milk.
And they say,
Livingstone.
and they say, "Mami,
Livingstone
nyonyi,"
is a dangerous
so
man.
kindly
telling you.
celebrate that man. Yes, celebrate their birthday, celebrate their achievements, celebrate what they have done. Even if you've done things together, celebrate them.
Be it buying an asset.
Exactly.
Yes.
Ce-
Celebrate and even wonder, like what he said.
Yes.
How do you keep up feeding us, but also manage to buy a new car, changing a car for us?
Exactly.
I know
But
somebody who
also-
lost his job and the wife said, thank you for the years you served in that place. She looked at the positive side. She was telling us that I thanked him. I said, thank you. He'd been fired, this whole cooperation things and things had gone haywire. But she said, don't worry, but thank you. Me, I know who you are. A brilliant man. Thank you.
Can you imagine? Yeah, but also
That's celebration. So
recognize,
always positive
recognize your man. Recognize them before other people. That is being
And that is
appreciated.
respect.
Before other people, and I mean it.
In the presence of
in
other
the
people.
presence of other people. So people know that is your husband,
Yeah.
There's
and
way
you
it
are
makes
proud
you-
of him.
There's way it makes you feel the man.
The man in charge.
Yes.
You
When she
get
says this is the husband.
exactly.
I mean, you see her at functions when she just said, I came here with my husband. Where is he? You stand.
And I think the reverse is true, by the way. It's the same
Yeah.
thing to the women.
To the women, yes.
How they like it, we also like it.
We also
We
like
also
it.
like
Men
it,
also
yes.
like chocolate.
Men also
Uh-huh.
like chocolate, exactly.
Men also like chocolate. So do
They are
it.
babies.
Yes.
And they suck.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but also gift that person. They suck. Nyunyu.
Men will like nyunyu. And
And you finish for the twins.
Not me.
the next review, I'm going to wear those twins. I want to see if
Yes.
the weight velocity is
Yeah,
expected.
when they get to
Because
the,
Tula look, his skin is nice.
when they get to the triage, make sure you look at the weighing scale.
Because Salongo looks very good.
It looks
trying to
from
sandwich
the
me.
time they arrive. From the time they arrive.
Conclude Livingstone.
Yeah,
then,
so recognize them.
We are running out
Very,
of
very
time.
important before people, but gift them as well. Some of us love gifts. My wife does gifts for me.
So they should celebrate you,
recognize
you,
gift that person.
gift that person.
Yes.
Recognition in the public.
Exactly.
And
in the
also,
public.
not in the public. The two of you should celebrate it.
Yeah. But also discuss that there should be oneness. As in do things together. That is part of appreciation.
Thank
you. You know, I should not be shocked about events in my home. You get, as in you're not part of the deal. You don't know what is happening. When they say, no, we are waiting for daddy, we are waiting, you see, that is already appreciating what you've done so far, and they are actually saying, without daddy, we shall not move.
Keith, in a minute, your concluding remarks.
My concluding remarks is, there are women out there right now. You're living with a man who actually feels unappreciated. You might not know. You might just think that my husband has changed.
Right.
Let me tell you, these are a few things that you should think through. If you see your husband withdrawing and is not emotionally available anymore, he could actually be feeling what we are discussing, unappreciated. If there are signs of resentment, go feeling that this man is resenting me quietly, he fakes the smile, he does what, or he's always negative. That man didn't feel appreciated. He distances himself. If they stop having conversations with you or initiating conversations, just sits like system on his phone, doesn't want to initiate family activities with you, that man, those are signs.
In a second.
He no longer plans futures with you. He starts looking for validation elsewhere. You find him happy with other friends, okay? Rarely smiles around you and does not want to hang around with you, would rather be with others than you.
Than
or
you,
alone.
Thank you.
Mama,
They have put
that
you
man
on the
feels
side.
unappreciated. Do the things that this guy
And he's soon upgrading,
He's soon upgrading
to
the package
Pro Max.
to Pro Max.
To Pro Max.
Work wives and work husbands. Those are signs.
Yeah, but also
Thank
in
you.
particular, one thing
In a
that we should
second.
elevate your man. For us men want to feel up. You get all the things that you're saying. It's exactly what this man said, Keith. That you see, the corporation thought otherwise about this gentleman, and he lost the job. But you see, when he comes back home, he was like, "Do you know what? You've done so well."
Or generally choose not to bank on the negative.
For us, want to feel big, want to feel in charge.
Be positive.
Make sure you say all the good things, even if you can't buy you a car. You see, you are my Tyson.
Thank you. Thank you, our viewers, to the women out there, thanking us, appreciating us. Livingston has said is part of Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Exactly.
It will make us feel the Tyson that he's talking about. We shall Livingston live and suck better. Yes, I want to emphasize. You said it. That's what I'm emphasizing. Are you denying? Thank you, viewers. Thank you for watching. Same time, next Monday, we are going to be together. It will be another hot topic for the men out there. For the group discussion, that is the number. Please, the conversation can continue right after this show. Thank you so much. Have a nice evening. Salongo for you. Thank you.
Bethany TV for health. The Higher Life, the era of the world revolution, with Apostle Dr. David Kunawa and Pastor Rita Bella Kunawa of Rivers of Life Assembly International, Boston, Massachusetts, USA. Streaming every Tuesday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. East African Standard Time with the incorruptible, incomparable, and revolutionizing life-transforming Word of God. Only on Bethany TV for health.
Child health and well-being, the foundation for a bright and promising future. Join us for exciting episodes aimed at optimizing our children's physical, mental, and emotional health with our team of experts, including pediatricians, nutritionists, and child psychologists, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. on Bethany TV.
Bethany TV for health. Are you ready for this good news? You can now watch Bethany TV on Yo TV, AfroMobile, and Airtel TV apps. Yes! Catch the finest programming prescription for everybody, wherever you are, whenever you are. Bethany TV, for health. Exciting news for all viewers of Bethany TV. Bethany TV, the premier health TV channel in Uganda and Africa, and also your favorite TV station, is now on Star Times. You can now watch Bethany TV day and night, weekdays and weekends on Star Times, channel 271. Catch your favorite programs on health, wellness, entertainment, and so much more. Bethany TV is also available on free-to-air, GoTV, YoTV, Airtel TV, and AfroMobile apps. Not forgetting online via our website www.bethanytv.ug and social media platforms at Bethany TV UG. Bethany TV, for health. Showing on Bethany TV.
Why do we get sick?
That lack of knowledge it's a very, very big problem.
What can we do to avoid becoming sick?
From hospital and you're fine, you don't disappear. Come back after 6 days. We do an assessment. How is your blood pressure? How are you doing? How are you coping up with motherhood?
Here's an opportunity to learn about some of the common illnesses and how to avoid them.
Don't overuse your knee joint.
Buli muntu yenna aina obulwadde obwa diabetes, obwa pressure, yetaaga eye check-up.
Get all your health questions answered by a health expert.
Only on the new series of Health and Wellness. Every Saturday, 8 p.m. live on Bethany TV with your host, Dorothy Ainembabazi. Bethany TV, for health.